Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about film, which is, I collect film, it's a hobby of mine, so yeah, let's get started. Alright, so there are a lot of benefits to film other than like DVD or any other kind of digital format like that, and one is that they're higher quality, because like it's usually the source of like what most stuff is put on and stuff, so it's usually the highest quality you can get. Another thing is they're valuable, like there's more history to them and people pay, like they're worth more. And another deal is they're retro and like people like collecting them, you know, hipsters and stuff. And so that's one thing. Alright, but there are some downsides. Alright, they require more care is one thing. You have to store them in about, well, I'll get to that in a minute. They do require a lot more care than DVDs. You can't just like leave them out on your floor. Like a lot of people just leave DVDs on like on top of the DVD player. But you should probably not do that with these. Another deal is they're kind of expensive. Like this is only an 8-minute clip, and this costs about $10. And if you look on eBay, like a whole movie, like I saw like the old Disney Alice in Wonderland, just put on like 12 reels and it was like $500 for all of them. So it can get pretty expensive. Another thing is they're hard to find. Like most stores don't sell them. You have to usually get them online, like on eBay and stuff like that, or Craigslist or whatever. Alright, next. Alright, taking care of them. You gotta keep them at room temperature. You can't put them like really hot environments or like too cold environments, because then they'll start stinking like vinegar and stuff like that. They'll just deteriorate. And you should probably keep them reeled up as much as possible. Like you shouldn't just unreel it like this all the time, because or at least don't leave it unreeled, because then air and all sorts of stuff will get on it, and that'll affect the video playback. And then you should really keep it in some kind of container. Like this is the container for this one, but most of them look more like that. You should keep them in that. You can, like I said, don't just leave it on your floor and stuff like that, probably. Alright, next. And then that's some of the equipment you use. Now, the most common like reels look like this one, but a lot of them will be on little cores that'll just have that, so it's hard, like they'll fall apart more. So you should really keep those in some sort of container. And yeah, and part of the problem is a lot of the equipment is really expensive. I think I have one more slide. Keep going. Oh wait, no I don't. Alright, go back. The equipment is kind of expensive. It's about like $80 for a projector, and that only plays like one type of, one size of deals. Like there are 16 millimeters. This is a 60 millimeter. I can pass this around if anybody wants to see it. But then there are 35 millimeters. And stuff like that. And 8 millimeters, so you have to get a separate projector for each one if you want to play different types, and that'll get pretty expensive. And then there's also sound boxes, which some reels will have a separate audio track, and you'll have to get a separate sound box for those, which those are pretty expensive.
The sound is on that?
Yeah. Like some of them will have the sound on a little deal next to it. I don't have a picture, but there's a little, you can kind of tell. And that one might be silent though, but most of them will have the sound on them, but a lot of them have, some of them do have like a separate sound audio track. And like, I don't have any pictures of like a comparison, but like if you just want to know like how much higher quality is, most of you probably know that at movie theaters, that's what they project is film like that. So just like compare that to a DVD or something sometime. And yeah, so that's probably why. There's a lot of reasons why you should probably like. I mean, it's not like a common hobby. You don't need you don't have it's not like really recommended like vinyls or something like that. But if you're interested in movies, then it's a really kind of cool thing to do. It just costs quite a bit of money.